Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Claryberry with Claryberry Sanctuary, where you can come for healing and enlightenment and positivity and lots of info about the law of attraction. So I just want to do a little divine feminine touch in today, and we're just gonna jump right in. This is for any divine feminine that is drawn to this video. If it doesn't resonate with you, then maybe next time. This may not resonate with everybody since it is a general reading, but usually I find that people can get something good out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with some angel oracle overlying energy. And I do want to just mention the new moon that we just had. I feel like it was a big new moon, and it had a lot of effects on us. And so if you did not feel that great over the past weekend, or the few days surrounding this new moon, don't worry. I feel like there is so much energy, so much going on. Sometimes it affects people differently, and sometimes it might make you really, really, really motivated, really, really, really like enthusiastic and positive, and just like ready to get going with all your spiritual stuff and with all your your mission and all this stuff. But for some of us, it can just drain us, and there's a lot of like solar storm stuff going on as well that could maybe have been kind of draining. And so if you don't feel positive all the time, it's fine. Okay, if you have, it's kind of like you're just letting out some underlying feelings of sadness and anxiety, and that's okay. Like, don't be super mad at yourself if you can't like control your feelings at all times. And we always talk about think positive and stay positive, but again, there are just times where that's just what the energy is gonna be. So do your best, but move on. I mean, it's completely natural if it's a shorter period. Okay, so compassion. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. So that kind of goes along with what I was just saying, actually. Be okay with with it. Soften your heart. Don't be judging yourself so much. We do that a lot. Excuse me. Gosh, having some issues here. So I hope you did have a good weekend. But again, if you didn't, or if you had times during the weekend that were not so great, or wasn't what you wanted, don't worry. Just keep going. Okay? So let's see what we got here for our animal oracles. Peacock, let yourself stand out and be noticed. Let yourself stand out. Make sure that you're not following others, because you are not here to be a carbon copy of somebody else. Okay? You may be inspired by others, but don't try to copy them and be a carbon copy. You gotta put your own touch on it. You gotta be your own self, and you have to get away from others' influences enough to know who you are and to figure out who you are. So if you're not standing out, you may look into, do you really know yourself? Do you really, do you need to take some time, shuck off some of these outside influences, and really go spend some time with and feel what you really want? Sometimes we get inspired and we're like, oh my gosh, like I want something totally different than I thought that I wanted for my life. And that's perfectly fine. And that's good. That shows movement and growth. You just bring in the good, let go what's not serving us. Thank you. You served me great. Maybe even this dream served me great. I'm gonna let it go now. Okay? Look at the bigger picture. Interesting. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. Again, this is energy for this week or so, September 3rd through, this coming week or so. But if you're watching this at a different time, or you're called to watch this at a different time is fluid. So I would say go ahead and keep watching, and just apply it to your week that's coming up for you now, or really any other time period. Just take it as it resonates. And like I said, don't force stuff. If it's not resonating with you, don't force it. You'll know. Like, trust your intuition. Okay? All right. Let's get right in here, Divine Feminine. See what's going on. Okay, I'm going to do I want to do a longer one. Usually I've been doing shorter videos, but I'm called to do a longer one right now, so we're going to get deep, you guys. Okay, first of all, I'm seeing lots and lots of change. Okay? Lots and lots of change. Are we fighting the change though? Were we fighting the change? Are we accepting it more now? Let's find out. We have the Chariot to start us off here. So this is, again, energy that is in the recent past. It could be right now. It could be, you know, again, time is really fluid, especially for these general readings. But time is fluid in general. It's really not real. It's a construct. It's a social construct, honestly. Okay. Let's clarify this. Okay. We're looking. It's like, I feel like we're like pedaling. We're like starting to pedal. We're like, or we just recently, you know, have been starting to really say, you know what? Yeah, we are going to do this thing. Maybe changes that you started earlier in the year. You're like, wait a second. We don't want to let these slip away. Like, we made so much progress earlier in the year. Now we're going to go back to that. We're going to look back at that and revisit that, because that was great change, and you can't just turn your back on that. Don't let your money distract you from the inner changes. Don't let your job and your, you know, the everydays, the housework and the driving the kids to practices and all of this different stuff. Don't let that get in the way of what's really important. It's so common for us to not be able to do our spiritual work, not be able to do, you know, even self-care, and not be able to, you know, spend time with our loved ones, because we have so much going on. But it's about priorities. You set those priorities. You decide who you are. You decide how you spend your time, and don't fall into the trap of allowing yourself to make those excuses, because you are the leader. You're the leader of your own life. Really, ultimately, you know, about 80%, you determine your destiny with the way you think, the way you feel, the way you act. Mind, body, soul. Mind, body, emotions. Okay? So this is like, yeah, you're looking back on some change you made and you're like, wait a second, like, how did I get away from this? And it's because you got distracted, but that's okay, because we're going to get back on track. And we're still, even though like we kind of are like, oh, we started all this change and now we're maybe stuck, or we feel stuck or something like this, like, we're still starting. Like, have faith. You still are. It's like such a big change that's coming that I think it has to come in these little spurts. Okay? So don't necessarily fight. Don't beat yourself up. You know, don't fight yourself too hard. You know, it's a dance. It's a journey. It's every step of the way is helpful for you. If you falter for a little while, then guess what? That's meant to be. And any adversity that happens in your life really is there to help you grow stronger and also be able to help others who are in the same position. Okay? Just remember that. I know a lot of us have. Sorry about that. My wash is kind of messed up. I knew I should have started a little laundry right before I did this video. I should probably go stop it. I think it's good. So anyway, so we're moving into a place where I think we're doing a lot of battling. We're doing a lot of like, oh, so we're so busy. We're just like, we're kind of coming into our little balance here, coming into back to our manifestation. We may be tweaking our original, like, you know, this change that I said, like, we started earlier in the year or earlier, you know, in the month or whatever it is. We're kind of coming back to that. We're getting grounded. We're getting connected. We're like leveling out a little bit. It's like, take a deep breath and see you really do have to constantly check in and see like what you really want out of life, because everything changes. Everything changes. You change, I change, our dreams change, our feelings change, our emotions change, logistics change. So you have to be fluid, you know, with what you want. Like, some people, again, have these dreams and it's like, oh, they don't want to let go of the dreams. You know, some people let go of the dreams way too early, you know, not thinking they can ever make them. But also, if you're hanging on to a dream you're just not really that enthusiastic about, then you need to apply your energies to a different area. You need to take some time to kind of regroup and figure out what it is that you really want, because we don't all know it all at every second of the day or every minute of our lives. So stay fluid, stay pure, make sure and cut away all of the extras and get in touch with your own self. What do you really want? What is going to serve you? Follow your bliss. Your mission is trying to speak to you through your bliss, through what you really want to do. And again, that's like saying that is like saying, oh, Well, intuitive eating is so great. We should just eat whatever we want because our bodies knows what. And it's like, yes, this is true on a certain level. Again, dualities of life. There's always two sides to every coin or more. But whenever we are so overcome by all of these chemicals and addictions and alcohol and this and that, cheese, for instance, casomorphines, it's like it works on the same on your brain as does excuse me, as does morphine. It's casomorphine. So we can't really be, if you're like addicted to a bunch of different substances, you can't really do a whole lot of intuitive eating, you know what I mean? So it's kind of the same thing here. Like we say, like, follow your heart, do intuitive, but if your heart is being, I don't want to say if your heart is being perverted, maybe if your thoughts and your intentions and your goals and everything are kind of being perverted, or what's a better word, just like influenced, you know, then it happens all the time. And that's why it's so important to cut everything away, get back to basics, kind of clean yourself. And you know, you can just do that through meditation and journaling and, you know, all of this stuff. Just figure out in prayer even, like, what do you really want, okay, instead of like wasting your time on distractions and things that don't matter, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so if we're not doing inner child work, we need to do the inner child work. I feel like it's such a big pull. I know for me right now, because I know the importance of it, but this is just like, this is where the growth is going to come from. A lot of growth is going to come here. Not only the inner child work, shadow work, it's all one and the same. This is, if you're missing that real childlike, you know, a lot of people, we're just going through the motions. Oh, you know, another day, we got to drink our coffee all morning, got to drink alcohol at night to try to kind of numb the reality that is so dull. And if you're really missing that energy, you know, of being like a child, having fun, playing, you know, it's not even just about inner child work. It's about, when's the last time you swung on a swing or went down a slide or did a slip and slide, or like actually enjoyed yourself in a way that's not like an adult thing to do? Because honestly, let's be honest, aren't the best things in life like free and intangible, you know, like all the things that kids do? Also, this is a reminder to treat yourself as a child. Not just do the inner child work, but do the outer child work. So the outer child work is making sure that you get enough sleep, you get enough to eat of the good healthy foods, including carbs, clean carbs, I would say. Making sure you're drinking enough water, making sure you're having playtime, again, social, fun, playtime with your friends or family or just by yourself. You know, just taking time to look at the beauty of nature, to get back into nature, to breathe the fresh air and get that sunlight is very important. And the more you support your body, your physical body, the more you'll be able to get where you want to mentally and socially, because again, it's all connected. We cannot just focus on one side of this because we're here. We're stuck in this body. So we have to take care of the body, because our mind and our soul, like, yeah, we can get to a certain point without getting like pure and getting back to the basics with our bodies, but we do have to take care of our bodies as well. So that's why, you know, I always talk about that. And I have a whole other channel, just Claryberry, no sanctuary. And you can check that out if you want some tips on health. So anyway, moving on. Okay, so yeah. When you find out what you really want to do, when you're really in touch with it, you'll know. And it may take up a lot of your time to focus on this energy. You have to balance, you know, and if it's something that, you know, you really want, you're going to hold it, you're going to take care of it. You're not going to let it fall. You're going to protect it. And it'll be fun. Again, it'll be fun for you to do. You'll like, can't wait till you get to do that thing again. You be thinking about it all the time, but like I said, you have the good feeling as well. Like, yes, I want to do this. I know. Like, follow your passion, follow your bliss. That's what your mission's about. But also, again, make sure you're doing your healing as well. And I touched on that, but this is just another reminder that it's all connected. It's all connected. Take the rest, too. Take the rest. The rest, specifically, I think is popping out here to kind of back up the other, as I was just talking about, you know, getting enough rest, getting enough sleep. I'm really sorry that the lighting is horrible here. I'll try to figure that out for you guys here. But yeah, it's just kind of a reminder that, yeah, like rest and prayer and meditation and going higher and doing the inner healing also is going to help, and just holistic health. Okay? Let's keep on going. Okay, so got some new beginnings here. We got some new beginnings that are going to stretch very far. I don't want to be like, it all starts from here. Because I know a lot of people say that in like astrology and stuff, like everything's going to start from here. Obviously not everything, but this is a really big beginning here in September. Really big karmic beginning. This is going to affect us in our lives for a really long time, okay? And it's all about what we've been talking about. Enjoying your life, doing the inner child work, viewing other people as a child so that you can forgive them. How can you... The whole thing about like holding grudges and like holding on to this, a lot of these negative feelings and beliefs that we have is about, it's really about judgment. And kids don't do that, you know? I mean, they file it away, and yeah, they can be hurt and they can, you know, not understand stuff, not be able to process it. But like ultimately, if a child and their friend like pisses them off, you know, it's like, they might be mad for the rest of the day, and then the next day they see their friend at preschool and they're like, hey, let's play. You know what I mean? They, you know, that childlike innocence like is so helpful and important. And if you are looking at other people who hurt you as a child and saying, you know what? I'm really pissed off at them right now. I'm really hurt by what they fucking did, right? But I know that they're only doing what they can with what they have. You have to give other people the benefit of the doubt. It's kind of like in the Bible where it says, you know, you're going to get judged as you judge others. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's heaven. No, that's like karma. And like here, this is the here and now. This is, and you know, they always say like too, you know, not forgiving other people is only going to hurt yourself. Well, that's the same thing. So sorry, I will never do laundry again before I do a reading, but excuse me. Oh shit, still my clothes. Okay, so sorry. So staying like a child like this just helps keep you pure. It helps keep your soul, like your chakras and your karma kind of like more pure. You don't want to be judging other people. You always have to constantly, that's the basics of shadow work. Is saying, you know what? I fucked up too. I fuck up all the time. How can I judge anybody else? It's so easy for us to judge other people. So easy. We don't want to judge ourselves because it's uncomfortable. But we have to, okay? That's the way you're going to flourish. That's the way you're going to get this great, warm, loving life that you always wanted. That's how you're going to get your new beginnings here. Everything is starting. You got two aces here. You have the ace of, the ace of cups, and then you have the ace of wands, okay? Right in between that is where you have your sun card. So it's going to be a balanced new beginning. Again, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge, and it's all coming in from the way that you are, the way that you're looking at life. Honestly, it all starts with the conceive, believe, achieve. You got to conceive it first, then you believe it, then you can achieve it. You will get the rewards. You will get all the rewards after, you start in that place. You got to gain control over your thoughts. And again, don't be mad at yourself. Don't be mad at yourself if you're not able to control your thoughts at every single second. That's just gonna, you just want to keep it positive as much as possible. And again, forgive yourself for not having control of your thoughts at any given second. You just gotta let it go. You just gotta let it go at a certain point. She's like, you know what? I try to control my thoughts, but look at her hand. She's just like dropping this energy. Mic drop. Okay. That's how you get to where you want. That's where you get to the fun parts. Okay, so we've already got cards for the next one. Yeah, okay, let's bring some twin flame energy in here. Let's talk about that for a while. Lots of passion, but still kind of like the energies, I feel like with our twin flame, or even within yourself, you know, your divine masculine and feminine within yourself is just kind of like, it's in motion right now. It's being balanced. I don't think that we have a lot of that type of stuff figured out. It's kind of like there's this fog, you know, that's like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know how I feel. I don't know. Am I going this way? Are we going this way? Like, what's going on, you know? But it's kind of just about the underlying energy, you know, like kind of like, it's almost like your subconscious is really in the role. So as much work that you can do to really get deep, you're going to be able to change that subconscious stuff. And that's what shadow work is. And inner child work, balancing all that stuff out at a deeper level so you can go higher and higher. It's nothing superficial here. Nothing superficial. And any little change, any little thing that you see that is in the right direction that you want to see, oh my gosh, clear. Celebrate it. Celebrate every little thing. Celebrate your uniqueness. Celebrate the uniqueness of your journey. Okay? People are like always comparing their like love stories and their lives to movies, and it's just like, no. Even if it was based on a true story, it's all embellished. And we, you know, people always say truth is stranger than fiction. Well, our lives are better than movies, you guys. They're better, okay? They are better. So just like embrace who you are, like flaws and all. You might think you're not good enough. You might think you're weird. You might think you're fat. You might think this and that. It's like, love yourself. Love yourself and just smile. And do the inner smile. Even if you can't, sometimes you can't even smile on the outside. Just smile from your heart. Just send love to others. Sometimes it's easier for us to like love others than it is to love ourselves. So keep loving others, you know, just send out love. Hey, love you. You know, I always think of my finger as a little magic wand. Just be like, ooh, sending love everywhere. And it'll come back to you. But it is important to know how to love yourself. And again, starts here. Starts here. Conceive, believe, achieve. Okay? But you got to follow through. You got to take the steps. You got to get dressed for what you want to do, for who you want to be. You got to go through the motions of who you want to be, what you want to be, what you want to do. And again, the follow through is so important. That's the thing with the law of attraction. Everybody's like, oh, you just think it and it comes. It's like, no, you got to make space. You got to make it happen. You got to expect it enough. You have to fully believe enough to start acting on it now. If you really, truly believed you were going to get what you wanted right now, what would you do to get ready for it? What would you actually go and do today if you thought your dream was coming tomorrow, next week, a month from now? What would you do? You better get ready. You got to believe, conceive, believe, achieve. And this says in the Bible too. Believe. Act as if it is coming, as if it is given to you. Pray. I can't remember the exact, verse or whatever, but yeah. Work it, girl. That's that whole fake it till you make it. You don't even have, fake it in your mind if that resonates with you. Some people don't like the verbiage of that, but it's just act as if you're going to receive what you want. Again, tomorrow, next week, whatever. That's the piece that a lot of people are missing. Okay? So yeah, we're just flipping the switch. Here's the thing. Our lives can change at the drop of a hat. We can have new realizations. We can bring in new things. The universe can bring us new things. Your whole situation can change. Your relationships can change. Your money situation can change. Your health situation, like all of it. It can all change at the drop of a hat. You just gotta be aware, be thinking of it, be acting like it, and just stay positive. Even if you don't know what you want right now, just like put it out there. And again, when you're thinking these things and you're starting to be like, okay, this is what I want, say it out loud too. It's it puts it out into the universe at an even stronger. Or sometimes I like to like write it and put it on the internet or something, because then it's just energy. It's all energy. It's going through the motions, okay? It's going past the believe, past the conceive, going to the achieve. The achieve isn't the outer, is the universe giving it to us. The achieve is us following through, and then you have the result of the result, or the karma, as I like to call it. It reminds me, I always do body, mind, soul, karma, or like with the tarot, it's wands, swords, and then you have your emotions, which is water, and then the pentacles, which is like what you get. It's like all of it coming together. Okay, that's how I see it. So yeah, we're feeling better right now. We're feeling better. We're feeling more back on track. We're feeling more kind of at one with the process. And if you're not, then expect to soon. Again, this playful energy. Go swimming. Go do something. Like, think of something that you loved to do when you were a child, and go do it. If it's swimming, I remember there was a long period of time where I never went swimming for a long time, like in my early 20s. Like, I was so busy raising kids and all this stuff, working, trying to make money. It was like, and I was also in like an abusive relationship. So I mean, I just never went swimming for like, I don't even know how long. It was years. It was probably at least like 5 years. Never went swimming once. That's sad. Like, and I loved it. Go swimming, go ride a bike, go enjoy life right now. And doing all these things that I'm telling you, it will help you. It will help you be able to receive. It will help you to be open to this abundance. This abundance is always there. It's always flowing. There's enough abundance for everyone. It's like these dots. These are for everyone. Like, everybody has, that's the thing about the law of attraction. Oh, well, if everybody, then everybody would be rich, and that's not real. Like, yeah, it is. Everybody would want something different. Everybody wants something different. Everybody would contribute something different. Conceive, believe, achieve. And also stay pure of intentions. Make sure that, again, going back to more at the beginning of the reading, what you want has to come from a good place. You can't sit there and say, oh, I want this. This is what I want. Obviously, that shouldn't be your mantra, because then you would be putting it into the future. But if you're coming from a bad place, let's say you want something just to rub it in somebody else's face, just to beat out somebody else, just to make them feel like shit. No. It's going to push it away from you. You got to have pure intentions. You got to know that what you're doing is going to help the entire world. Okay? And coming into your own, and coming into your gifts, and aligning with the spirit, and aligning with your twin flame, this is all going to help the entire world. So receive and help everybody else as well. And know that. And keep that in mind. And again, that'll help you kind of release this desperation, because then you know that it's put into your heart for a reason. And again, if you've done the work and you know for sure that this is what you really want right now, if you're following your passion, your true passion, again, not from the outer, not other people are, influencing me, and I'm doing this to keep up with the Joneses and this and this and that. If you're coming from the pure intention, then you're going to get what you want so much faster. Okay? Because and your energy is just pure. The universe, that's just how it works. Okay? So, I'm going to clarify this one, maybe one more. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, things are changing. You're coming into this happiness. This is great. This is fabulous energy. I feel like even this horse is smiling right now. He's like, yeah, I'm going into this great energy. Going into it. This is happening. And you have to believe it's happening. Believe it's happening, because you believe, you will achieve. Okay? Conceive, believe, achieve. Wow. Again, the more you know that this is for the good of yourself and the good of everyone else, it's mystical, it's beyond you. You don't know why. God obviously placed this in your heart, and you're following through, and you're gonna get there, and you're gonna focus, and you're gonna get there fast. You're gonna change this. We're all gonna, you guys, I'm getting chills right now. We are gonna change this world. 2020 is where it's at. Like, holy crap, I have so many chills right now. Well, we're elevating. We're coming to a higher level. Anything we thought about ourselves that was negative, no. You're being elevated. The angels are so cheering you on right now. They are like, you have no idea how loud they're cheering for you every time you do the right thing. Every time you follow your heart. Every time I still have chills right now. And ask for signs. Ask for signs that you're doing the right thing. Ask for signs when when you are not doing the right thing. Ask for the angels to call you out nicely. You know what I mean? Be good to yourself. Elevate yourself. Treat yourself as royalty. Treat yourself. Don't talk to yourself. People are like, oh, people bug me when they talk bad about themselves. And I'm like, don't talk to my friend that way. And they like laugh it off. I'm like, no, I'm serious. You are like divine. You are a goddess. You are a queen. You are a king. You are very important, and you need to walk that way. You need to treat yourself that way. You need to know that God has your back, and God put you here for a reason. You're very important. You're like crucial right now to this change. There are so many dots right here. I know this whole deck has a lot of dots, but these dots are like super popping out to me now, and I still have chills right now because it's the microcosm and the macrocosm. Any work we're doing, we go through life, we are egotistical beings. We are focused on ourselves. We are focused on our emotions. We are focused on our own thoughts and our own wants and our own desires. But guess what? Every little thing you do affects everybody else. Everybody, your neighbor, your mother, your cousin, your brother, the next county over, this is how we make these vortexes in these different areas, people's collective energy. There's little cultures, little groups, and that energy like really expands. Okay, so make sure you're going in the right direction. Make sure you're taking only what you need to go to the next level. Pack it up. Only take those good thoughts. Write those positive thoughts down. The ones you want, that's the way to get rid of the negative thinking, is to replace it with the positive thinking. So write your little post notes down, keep your focus pure, and keep it intentional, and keep focus on it. And keep happy about it, and keep excited. And again, if you're not excited about where you're going, what you're doing, don't be afraid to change your mind. A lot of people will stick with a certain thing, whether it's a relationship or an event or whatever it is, even just feelings. They'll stick with it because that's what they've been doing, and it's like an ego thing. They don't want to change their mind because it shows that they were wrong. You have to be free enough. You have to allow yourself to change your mind. Again, the only constant in life is change. Water is like one of the most powerful things in the world. It can smooth away rocks, because it's so persistent. But it also just flows, It doesn't it's not solid, obviously. It's not too stiff in structure. It's kind of like that quote about the grass, the trees can fall in a tornado or a storm because they're too stiff and they're not changing and they're not flowing and flexible. But the grass will not ever get, usually torn up, or it might get torn up, but it doesn't get broken, by a storm because it just bends. So maybe bend and not totally change, but yeah, we're coming on some big new energy, and you are supported. You, again, flow with the go. You are made to flow with the go. It's the outside influences that keep us stuck. It's the social conditioning that gets us stuck. A lot of this meat eating, this alcohol, these careers that we're made to have, we're pushed into. It's a distraction. We need to get in touch with our true guides. You need to ask for help. Just keep leveling up. Just keep getting better in every way. Keep doing the work. Be strong. Know your purpose. And remember, you are divine. And you're moving into it. All signs point to moving into your love and your self-love and, your twin flame love. Because again, it's higher. It's deeper. This is not just about you and your partner, or you and yourself and your self-love. This is not just about lust and sex. This is deeper. This is about everything. This is about all creation. This is about love, real love. It's the highest thing. It's the highest thing, and it's going to help so many people. Even coming into your relationship with your twin flame, it's going to help you help the world. But, big but here, you have to utilize it correctly. Okay, you have to, again, we can't be in this fighting situation with our twin flame and not understanding and not doing the right things with it. We can't be the doormat. We can't be blind. We can't just be going with the flow out of selfish intentions. If your partner's not going to change until you draw the line in the sand, until you make it happen. I feel like we're still working on this, and we're still, because this is in the future right now. We're coming into this week. This week is very important for us to climb up that hill, to come over that hump. We have to face the things, and we have to protect ourselves. But it's a fine line. On one hand, you have to have these positive thoughts. You have to really believe in the fact that, all of this stuff, like, it matters, and that, you have to control your thoughts enough. You can't be cussing your person out all the time. You know what I mean? But you can't just let them walk all over you. They have to know, that you're strong, and this is going to bring you into what you want. This is going to bring you into your next milestone together. It's going to help you take the next step to becoming into union and getting the life that you've always dreamed of. Where you guys are busy, you're focused on your mission. You come together. It all can happen. It's all coming. You have to be vulnerable, but you also have to protect yourself. And you have to be confident. Because again, it's the same as with attracting anything else. Is it pure? Do you know for sure that this is your person? If it's a true twin flame person, then yes, you probably already know. Yeah, you may have doubts every now and again, but you know. People who have twin flames, they know. And this is what this is about too. You just know. You don't need any more proof. You don't really don't even need signs. Even if you doubt for a while, it won't last long. You will know. Again, we all go through these periods. And again, it's hard when you're trying to put your foot down and say, you know what, I'm not going to accept this behavior anymore. We need to move forward. And a lot of times it's this divine feminine energy that needs to do that. Okay? We have signs. Okay? Our partner will follow. When we take the leap, when we start when we look at the bigger picture, and when we have compassion. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. So you forgive yourself for anything that you did in the relationship, but you're also able to put that over to your partner because you know that you fucked up before. So how can you hold grudges on them? You may not have done, as bad. It doesn't matter. Bad is bad. So that's why we know we don't want to be without this person. Even if you don't want to be with them right now. You know what I mean? We know that we're still going to put this positive energy towards the situation. We're still going to kind of mentally pack up our stuff, and take it to the next level. Your mind has to be out in front of everything else. So if you're not seeing what you want, you got to change your mind about something. And then you got to change your beliefs about something. And then you got to change, that's your emotions. And then you got to walk. You got to walk the walk. So again, this is not cussing your person out. This is not, obviously feelings kind of bubble up. But again, when you have the feelings, you dig deeper and you go into the belief or the action that got you to that point. So check out all the shadow work playlists I have here and also on Claryberry, just Claryberry website. I also have a playlist there about shadow work. I think what I'm going to do is probably take some of those videos that I've done there and post them here as well so that it's easier for you guys to find. But yeah, you have to have the faith. If you feel it, if you have, I don't even need to say, if you've done this and this with your partner, if you know you have the twin flame, underline, be honest with yourself. You can be mad at your person and be like, why is this person not coming through for me right now and doing what I want? Yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to doubt them. You're going to doubt them. They're going to doubt you. Okay? What you do matters. Again, what you do on the inside matters on the outside. That's life. Control your thoughts. Control your thoughts. And again, if you're not perfect at controlling your thoughts right now, it's okay. You're still new at this. Be gentle with yourself. Your thoughts and emotions are very closely linked. It's almost like your thoughts and emotions then create your actions and your karma. It's kind of like half and half. And right now we're still kind of in the stage where we're still getting control again, but we're not looking down on ourselves for anything negative. Only focus on the positive, and that means patting yourself on the back for any good thing you did. At the end of the day, look at what you did. I rose above my desires today. Had these, even if it's 2 good thoughts you had today, even if it's 2 times where you recognized yourself having a negative thought and then you replace it with a positive thought. That's all you need to do. The ego and all this negativity, as soon as you realize it, that's even enough. That's even enough to know, oh, this is coming from ego. Oh, this is coming from a habit. I don't need this anymore. I release it. I gently release it. And, thank you for showing me. Thank you for giving me this negative thought so that I could overcome it and that I can show others how to do it too. That's what it's all about, you guys. I love it. I love it. I love you so much. Again, it's all about the positive feels. It's kind of cheeky. It's kind of like, oh, okay, this is a cliche out the ass or whatever, but it's a deeper understanding. And that's what we're going for. And it's not only, again, understanding it, it's actually believing it and doing it. This stuff is working. The law of attraction is working whether you're focused on it, whether you're conscious of it or not. So we might as well learn. We might as well practice. And that, again, that's, we don't get mad at ourselves, when we're little kids and we're like, oh my gosh, I just fell down, like I can't walk. No, you just keep on trying and you learn how to walk. Same thing with riding a bike. You keep on trying and you eventually learn. Yeah, you may get a little frustrated, but you'll get over it. And then someday you'll be like, wow, that was so awesome. Like, I can't believe, I don't even remember when I couldn't ride a bike. And you'll go through, hopefully you don't go through long periods of time where you forget what you're doing and then come back to it. But if you do, that's all right. That's just part of your story. It's part of, again, your learning experience. Again, this bigger picture is all about like being open, receiving what's happening to you. Because even if a lot of times I say, okay, well, take whatever is happening to you in the moment and think about it as if you chose it. Sometimes that's kind of hard to do. It's very positive. It's very powerful to do that. But even if you can't do that, then you look at the bigger picture and say, you know what? Even if I didn't choose this, even if I don't want this to be happening to me right now, I'm going to accept it. I'm going to accept it with open arms because I know, again, that I can help others by going through this. That's what true, like warriors do. That's what true, like people who are not victims, the victim mentality. We don't want to have that victim mentality. That's why we forgive others, because it helps us. Even if people don't ask for your forgiveness, give them compassion. Think of them as a child. You're the light. You're the love. You lead the way. When you forgive them, when you send them love, I heard one quote. I don't know if this is actually in the Bible or not, but somebody told me one time that it was. If you have an enemy, then sending them love will be like dumping hot coals on them, basically. It's kind of funny. It's kind of ironic, but it's almost like if you really want to hurt them or really humble them, make them see the error of their ways, which is really truly what we want, then give them love. Send them love. Not only is it going to come back to you, you never know what could happen. Okay? So having compassion, again, for others and for ourselves. When you have compassion for yourself, you're able to shine it to others. Okay? So again, child. Inner child work, outer child work. Let yourself stand out and be noticed. Be yourself. This is about figuring out what you really want, not following other people. The peacock does not look at the other birds and say, oh, I wish I could be like them. They may think they're weirdos, right? They don't look like the other birds. The other birds are all the same. Most of the birds just have normal feathers, normal colors. This is this is the oddball. But I mean, when you think about the most beautiful birds, what are you going to think about? Coveted feathers. No. There is no fear in love. So don't be afraid to be yourself. Because if you're denying yourself, if you're hiding yourself, if you're trying to conform to the ideals that your parents said or your school said or whoever, you know, culture in general sets for you, you're not loving yourself. So true love is about being yourself, okay? So underlying energy to end the reading, balance, 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 balance. Okay, it's gonna be a long journey. Don't waste your time trying to race to the journey. The power is in the now. The power is, again, in the mind, body, soul, the balance of the whole entire body. Okay, embrace every new change. Like, I used to have this big thing where I was like, I would be like not wanting to go to the next stage. Like, I remember when I first realized this about myself, I was young, and I was like, if I had a friend over, I would never want to let them go home. I always wanted to, stay the night. Can we make it longer? Can we have fun? And even now I do that. And I know a lot of people do that. It's very common. Oh, you don't want to go to the next stage. You know, you don't want to end up your nice weekend and then go to sleep because then, you know, you got to go to work. And then it's like, why are we having judgments on, we spend so much of our lives at work a lot of times, and it's like, why are we having judgment that this work is going to be bad? How come we don't go through our day saying, hey, this could be a great day at work. I might actually enjoy my job. And if you're not, again, it's about balancing it out, doing this work so that you can get to a place where you are supposed to do that. Because we are wired for bliss. We are supposed to be happy. You know, these are cups. This is emotions. Balance it out. Again, you don't have to be happy all the time. You can have those periods of sadness. You can have those periods of doubt. But overall, if you're going through these motions, if you're listening, and if you're focused on getting to the place, you know, you want to go, and you're focused on getting better, I have chills. Like, this is, you will be cleansed, you will be helped. Your angels, your guides will help you. Your feelings, your intuition will guide you. Getting grounded, that will help you. That's all I got right now, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Every like, every subscribe, every view is just like so important to me right now, because I feel like this is such important work that I'm coming into. And again, thank you. Any shares are just so appreciated. I really value you. I really appreciate you. And I'm sending you love and wisdom and peace and just so many blessings. So much blessings and so many loves. So I hope you got something out of this. Take care. I'll be back real soon. Check out my playlist if you haven't seen all my videos. I've got different topics. And like I said, if you want more, check out Clary Berry here on YouTube. Thanks, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.